Jacques autumn, popol, un Jacques autumn, popol, un Jacques autumn, popol, un Jacques autumn. Jacques autumn, popol, un Jacques autumn, popol, un Jacques autumn, popol, un Jacques autumn. Je cherche un homme, un Pierre au Paul, un Jacques automne.
This old house has these really intricate wood panel walls. Thankfully, I have some information on the history of how and when this house was built, and the brother and sister who sold it to me. A lot of great family history in this valley. But it's really intricate. It was milled from trees on the property, I think both the floors and these wall panels. And it's interesting because when I first walked into this house, knowing it was abandoned and kind of a landfill seeming like place from the outside, I was really expecting the worst, and there was a lot of bad in it. But when you walk in and this living room is the first thing you see, you're kind of like, oh, okay. Not as bad as you thought, and it's interesting. The walls are very dark. It's beautiful wood, but in my head, I wasn't sure if I would keep it at first. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to deal with the cost of removing it and then replacing it. And then as time has gone on, it was quickly decided that we would keep it and paint over it. And then as time has gone on, it's really grown on me. So I'm excited because it has this really intricate pattern. And it's pretty beautiful how they did this wood. And so I'm cleaning it all up. It's filthy, as you can see. I'm a little over halfway through cleaning it, and it's really filthy, like disgusting. And it's kind of a pain because I'm having to scrub with the brush inside these crevices. And there's just a lot of years, almost 60 years of filth and grime in there. But I'm really excited because I do want the trim to pop. I'm not painting the walls white. I'm going a light gray just to give it a little bit of contrast, and then I'm going to use accents of other things to pop in color. And then I got even more excited, even though, like I said, this wall is going to be blown out and I'm going to expand the kitchen way down the line. For now, this is all staying, and it's all going to be painted the same color. So it'll really be cool to have some texture and profiles, but have it cohesive, tied together with the same paint. And it's just a bear getting all of this clean. I vacuumed out, kind of emptied out this fireplace yesterday. I should have taken some pictures. It was filthy. And then I'm going to go through with a fireplace brick cleaner and try to get a lot of that soot off. I don't have permanent power, so it's kind of hard to see. Okay, so the lighting is not great and I don't have electricity yet, but I always seem to forget. This actually, you can see all the dust flying around. I've been cleaning all day long. There was actually a wall separating this like little dining area and the kitchen, and I totally forgot. That was the very first thing that was demoed, was that wall was taken out to open up the kitchen. So the wall was there, and then the kitchen was probably in the worst shape. It had holes in the floor, it was rotted out, black mold, old food. And so you can see that line clearly. That line is where the wall was. And I think because they had a wood burning fire stove, that is going into that hole right there. You can see clearly on the brick, even in this pitch black. Bring some light over here. All of that soot. Let's see. There we go. So I definitely need to work to clean that up. Even though it's going to get painted, I want the paint to be on a, pretty nice clean layer. So I got to work to clean that up. And then there was pretty extensive water damage. The ceiling was like all soggy and kind of caving in. So you can see all that disgustingness. So I'm going to be cleaning up all of that. And this was actually drywalled over, but I'm going to be chiseling that out. This was drywalled over. I think it was maybe a kitchen cooking stove that they had when they originally built this house. Cleaning off brick, prepping to prime and paint. Spent the whole day cleaning this wall, scrubbing down every crevice, and then that wall, all the way up here. This closet was a doozy. It was really filthy, so I had to go through and kind of disinfect everything in there before we paint it. This wall wrapping around. And then I have that left, kind of that edge. So I just kind of wanted to capture a little bit of the before of kind of how dark this room is, even though this wood is beautiful, the before of what it looked like, and how it's going to look after with a cohesive look, but with really, really cool multi-textural effect. Sorry for the horrible lighting. It's like 10:30 and I don't have electricity, so I'm just working off all these. For the floors, I am actually really excited about the floors. So we're keeping the original floors. We're going to sand and refinish. I think we're just going to go, there's a lot of floor repair that needs to be done. So that's what you see here. From just where there was some extra structural stuff. There was like a big corner beam here that we took out, and thankfully we're able to just keep this hall wide. And then the house actually ended where you see that white doorway. That's where the house ended. There was, this was a really shallow hallway because there was a linen closet, and then behind it was a closet for the bedroom on the right. And so the wall can't see it buried right now, but the wall for this hallway is actually under this wood. This room was a little bit bigger, and it was just a really narrow hall. And then this is where the back wall of that closet was. So it really just ended. You had a bedroom, closet. So we're gonna patch these little empty spots where there were walls, and then we're gonna sand and refinish the floors and just put a nice matte, flat, luster kind of finish on it, which I love. But the more I look at these floors, I really do love the color of this original wood. As I'm cleaning these walls, it definitely looks like the walls were stained. It's just a lot of stain type material coming off as I've been cleaning them. But the floors, I think, were just this natural patina, worn for decades. Hard to see because it's so dirty, but they're really beautiful. So I'm excited about that. All right, back to cleaning. I'm back with some pretty exciting updates. This has been an insane week. Oh my gosh, we've gotten so much done. So I called in reinforcements. I needed help painting to get everything done in time for some of these crews that are going to be coming in here this week to bring it home. So I primed everything myself as much as I could. I got, except for the wood walls and the brick, I did not prime, but all the ceilings and all of the new drywall. So the light is much better now. So beautiful right now. It's 6 o'clock and it's like this golden hour sunlight. But I'm super happy with how the walls turned out. These old wood wall panels had a million holes in it. You know, they were gonna be a bear to rip out and do new drywall, so I just decided to paint it and got this really, really cool, nice texture. Use the same light gray color all the way around, and it ties in that brick fireplace. And you know, there's a lot of imperfections because there was so much damage and holes to the walls, but it gives it that nice old character, and we'll have decor and things on the walls to kind of tie it together. So this is the living room. Again, that wall will eventually be blown out. We'll expand the kitchen, pop out and expand on the side. This trim detail turned out amazing. I really love this clean farmhouse trim. You can see it now all together finished. Don't have the crown molding in here, the top molding, but you can see the trim. I love that profile. It's nice, simple, and clean. Dining room. And then we're still working on the kitchen. Still got some things to go, but you can see the basic layout there. And this wraps around. Got a little nook in there. So let's head in. You can see the paint colors a little bit better. I let my kids pick their colors. My daughter wanted a pink, of course. We've got wet saw and stuff set up in here now, but it is a really good pink. It's not overly offensive. It's kind of calming and beautiful. I really just narrowed down like 4 or 5 shades of acceptable pink, and she picked that one. My son went a little more bold. It's really dusty in here. I just swept up. But he kind of went bold. He wanted to go navy. I didn't really want to go as dark, so again, I picked like 4 or 5 different shades of blue, and he went with the boldest one. It's kind of similar to the exterior of the house, but a little bit more blue. I love these high baseboards. Nice high base, and then you're gonna have that really unique square shoe. So I'm super excited to see that. I did decide to go ahead and do a little surprise for the closets. This closet, the front closet, and the master bath. I'm gonna wallpaper them. It's gonna be like a nice hidden pop of a graphic element that you wouldn't expect. And so I've got really cool wallpaper designs picked out and I'm gonna wallpaper those. So that'll be fun. You can't really see the blue in this bathroom. It's kind of the most, of all the colors, besides the light gray, it's the most basic, straightforward blue. But I have really cool design plans for in here. I'm gonna go with bright yellow, lime green, and gray accents to really make that blue more exciting. And then we've got the subway tile. It's gonna be going in here. Let's go into the hallway. This is the master suite. So we've got more of that light gray. Basically what the concept with the gray is, I didn't want to go too dark, but I wanted enough of a contrast for the trim would pop. So I wanted something to pop against that white trim, but I didn't want to go dark. So it's like the perfect shade in between. It's kind of hard to see with no lights in here yet, but you can see some sunlight coming in. I'm really happy with the shade of gray that turned out. And then on this wall, that's gonna be the wall that our bed headboard is against, I'm gonna do a really cool geometric shape paneling, kind of wainscoting, raised idea. I'm working through the design right now. I don't know if it's gonna happen before we move in, but I'm gonna install that, paint it, and this wall alone is gonna have a really cool pop color accent wall. So that's gonna be a fun surprise for down the line. I would love to get it done before we move in. Not sure if it's happening. Again, this is our little linen closet for the bathroom. And again, I have a really fun wallpaper coming in here. Little closet / laundry room, which I gave up space for gladly for my husband's glorious bathtub nook. So we've got a modern freestanding tub going there with a niche behind. I love this little baby window and its cute little trim. This is my favorite window in the house, except for maybe the big picture window. I love this little window. I'm gonna mount a TV there for long baths. I'm so happy. I could not be happier with how everything's turning out. I keep saying this, but in a matter of weeks, it's gonna look even more different. Every phase, it looks so different and better, and it just keeps getting better.